Hello comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. I am your horror host, Bill Miller. This is part 2, I'm so excited, of our Halloween themed, our horror themed comics. These are all magazine sized horror comics, and I'm excited to get started showing and telling. So let's get this kicked off with Monster Fantasy. Number 1 from 1975. This is published by Mayfair. And we'll take a quick sneak peek, as we did last video. If you haven't seen it, I would encourage you to watch part 1. It was ghastly fun. On the back, we have Night Gallery advertisement. Super Boss iron-ons for t-shirts. We've got Monster Fantasy News. This is a thick magazine with stills from different horror movies. Yes, I am enunciating. Some more. The Real Count Dracula and Other Real Vampires. This is the Vampire book. And this is a square-bound book. Daddy made terror films, not horror films. Don't get it twisted. Boy, oh boy, this is a lot going on in this magazine. And on the very back of the inside back cover, you get your very own dog tags. So that is Monster Fantasy number 1. Next, we have Tales from the Tomb, Volume 3, Number 2. This is from 1971. The painted cover by Johnny Bruck. Of course, we'll take a peek inside. The back cover, which will be the conclusion of the last story on the inside. So first we have Vampire. All black and white. Some really good art. The Deadly Demon. The sewer werewolves. I gotta imagine in the pecking order of werewolves. You know what I mean? Probably took a left at some point when you should have made a right if you end up being a sewer werewolf. Death Trap. The Witch's House is Haunted. Wow, that's a nice gruesome splash right there, isn't it? I'll say it's haunted. Debt of Fear. Two on the Isle of Death. And this is the story that is completed on the back cover. So that is Tales from the Tomb. All right. Two more books. We've got The Haunt of Horror, number 3. Just a gorgeous cover by Jose Antonio Domingo. 1974. Let's take a look at this one. In the back advertises the next haunting issue. So let's see what we've got here. Beautiful black and white art. This is a nice mid-grade copy, I'd say. This could be a letters page. The Restless Coffin. We have the Exorcist tapes, complete and uncut. So, some stills from the movie and behind the scenes. Flirting with Mr. D, written by Doug Monk. The Swamp Stalkers. Tales of the Zombie and Khazar in Savage Tales, some advertisements. They Wait Below. And they finish it out on the back cover. So that is The Haunt of Horror, number 3. And last but certainly not least, we have The Legion of Monsters, number 1. From 1975. First team appearance of Legion of Monsters and the first appearance of Manphibian. This is a Neal Adams cover. And I'll try to be a bit more careful since this book runs a bit more than the others. This one and the EC one from the previous video. Huh. There's my man, smiling on the back. All right. Beautiful Pablo Marcos frontispiece. Just gorgeous. Goodness gracious. Let's go through this guy. So, The Monster and the Mask. Of course, black and white interiors, color cover. Similar to most of the Epic line. This is Marvel's magazines. Okay, Vengeance Crude. Again, it's an anthology magazine with several short stories in it. the Legion report. Not sure what that is. Whether that's, I imagine that's the editors or the writers. Okay. No, I'm sorry. This is by Don and Maggie Thompson. So it may be some sort of research about comics. I think they were teachers. There's a pedigree, Don and Maggie Thompson pedigree, because they collected a tremendous number and variety of comic books that they used as teaching aids. The Flies. And they were quite the comic book scholarly pair. Dracula. Death be thou proud. And a monster gallery. Beautiful pinup. Gray Morrow. And some ads. This one for Masters of Terror. And Kung Fu, and another ad, the inside back cover. And that is the Legion of Monsters #1. And that will do it for the horror magazines that we have for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing them, and if you did, I would encourage you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you get alerted as soon as I drop new videos. Thumbs up and comments are always appreciated. And remember, we're taking over the world one comic book at a time.